I kind of want to talk to you today about something a bit more educational and specifically something that I talk a lot about, which is journaling. So, in most of my full guides, especially like the beginner ones from Self Improvement Roadmap to the Dopamine Detox to all these, I basically always mention journaling, 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 journaling. So, I kind of just want to tell you exactly what the fuck journaling is. Now, you have a brief idea if you've watched those videos. You get a sheet of paper and then you start questioning yourself. That's basically like the explanation I gave in most of those videos, right? So, fuck. Let me actually just give you a more detailed explanation to it. So, the first thing I tell you is just basically have a journal. So, have an actual notebook that you like specify as okay, this is my journal, okay? Sweet. You got your journal, specify a pen to it if you like. If you don't, then just like find a pen. I prefer that you specify a pen to it just so that you will basically just like actually like know, okay, like this is the pen for my journal, so I'll basically just write in my journal and I won't miss this pen because this is the pen of the journal, okay? If you're super organized, you won't face such a problem, but many people are basically like disorganized and so like they end up losing the pen. They're like, oh god, I don't have any pen, I can't fucking journal today. So yeah, it's basically try and eliminate all the excuses. Then I would probably do something really interesting. I would keep the first maybe 20 pages just off for journaling topics. So you write down journaling topics. It could be basically that you just went to ChatGPT, you asked it for like journal prompts, and you just like told it, okay, like, or like you basically just asked it, hey, like give me some good questions to discover my purpose, or give me like good questions to set goals, give me whatever. You just ask it to basically give you good questions that you can ask to learn more about yourself. Sweet. You already got the journaling topics, and then you basically just like write them down in your notebook. So that whenever you're going with just your notebook, you can actually just write down with the notebook on it. Okay. Now you start writing, and you start using these journaling topics every single day in the notebook, specifically asking the questions. But you don't just ask the question, write your bullet points or your answers and move on. You specifically want to ask why to each and every single answer. So let's just take an example of like a journaling topic I really like, and you could like basically write this down in your notebook. This helps to exploit authenticity and also helps you discover your purpose. Basically, if you had all the money and freedom in the world, what would you do then? So you have all the money, you're like basically a millionaire. We made you like we snapped our fingers, we made you a millionaire. We got you all the gold, all the freedom. You can literally go whatever you want, wherever you want, and you're basically free. You have the money, you have everything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. What do you do? Write down your list. You could start like basically like something like fishing or like swordsmanship. There are a lot of different things that you'll like random shit that'll pop up in your mind. And then also like you might like get something like getting married, like having children if you're like a young guy like me. You might also like get something like answers to this question. You might basically like get something like move to this certain country or like like a lot of different answers. Generally, you don't want to stop there. These surfaced answers, you don't want to stop there. You want to question why you got those answers, but you first write down your answers and then we'll talk about what you do then. You write down your full list of answers, but you specifically want to keep questioning it till something clicks. Till something your brain's like, "Oh, okay, now this is something new." Like when there's something that's physically surprising to you, that's when you stop. Like it could be, I mean, for me it was just basically teaching. Like something that really clicked with me was like just teaching what I've learned. That's like what gave me that, oh, this is a good idea, you know? And then I stopped asking the question. Obviously, something I really like to do is just re-asking these questions. So if you've once did a journaling topic, you just basically like do it after like 3 months again and just see like if you're on the right path. Um, so you've written your list of different journaling topics. Sorry, like journaling answers. So you've like written down like your answers like fishing, swordsmanship, and all that, and you've reached teaching. But you don't stop there. You specifically you go to the next page and you write down why. And for each answer, you write down why. You don't have to write the answer. It's not like a school notebook. Just actually write down why. Why do I want to go fishing? Because I like the ocean, because it's peaceful, because you might have so many different answers to this. Why do I want to try swordsmanship? Out of ego. Out of complete just because I want attention, because I want that. And I specifically want you at the very end of it to specify it into two different categories. So the first category is basically authentic, which means it's actually like something that comes from your soul, comes from your consciousness, not because it was placed on you by Andrew Tate or by Amon Gaji. If it's genuinely something that you authentically want to do, then you basically write authentic. And specifically, like, not because of attention or that. It has to be coming from love. So the second category, so it's authentic, inauthentic. That's basically like the first category you write it in. The second one is out of love or out of fear. Out of fear, it means it's coming out of your ego. To explain this like in very quick motion, your ego is just basically your psyche. Your psyche is your mind and your body, or like, yeah, your mind and your body just basically trying to protect you. And also like your heart, you can also say like emotions, that type of stuff. And basically those three things, your psyche or like your ego, they basically just want to protect this body that you are in. But you are not this body. You are you. You are the consciousness that sees the body. You are the consciousness that sees your dreams, but that also wakes up from those dreams and that actually continues on as this body. You are the consciousness, not the body, or the mind, or the emotions. That's basically like the full on explanation that's like very summed up. I might like go more in depth into this stuff later on, like in future like morning chats or full guides or whatever. Now, so you've basically like your ego wants to protect your body, and so one of the ways that you used to protect your body was just so if you had more status back in the day, like in the tribal days where you were like used to live in a tribe, if you had more status, then your survival rate would increase because you had more importance in the tribe, which means people like the guys in the tribe would protect you. And if you didn't meet their norms, they would simply kill you off and move. And so your survival rate would lower if you didn't have like if you didn't authenticity's fucked basically. Your ego fucks your authenticity because back then you needed to be inauthentic to fit in to actually have a higher survival rate. So that's basically like why your ego like basically just makes you inauthentic. Now obviously like you want to thank your ego. You don't want to like be like fuck the ego, bro. Like no, don't fucking do that shit. Your ego is a friend to your body. Your ego wants to protect your body, and you thank that stuff. But you know better than to just follow your body, your emotions, your mind, your thoughts. You follow you, the consciousness. And so basically just you write down if it's out of love because you genuinely want to do this thing, because I love teaching, that's why I want to do teaching, because I want to share my knowledge because I love it, or it's out of fear because I want the attention and the status and I want the money and I want the. If your answers are out of fear, you write down fear. If your answers are out of love, you write down love. We move. And then usually you would keep asking why over and over and over. So you got your authentic, inauthentic, but then I genuinely want you to put your effort into try and like be like, okay, like, am I genuinely right? Because you don't know if you're right. You have to keep questioning it. And so, for example, you're certain right now that you're right, okay? So you move. After like a couple of months, you go back to the same journaling topic and you journal it again. Like, if I had all the money and freedom in the world, what would I do? And then you write down, oh, wait, there's a new answer, why? Okay, sweet, you already got the why. And then you ask whys for the old ones as well. And you keep exploiting, you keep asking why and why and why again and again. And eventually, like, you'll realize, okay, I was wrong about this, okay, I was right about that, right? Sweet. There's also something that one of my mentors taught me, specifically about journaling verbally. So, journaling, if you don't like writing or any of that crap, and you just simply want to like you like speaking more, then you could just flip on like the camera on your phone and just basically start asking yourself the journaling topic, and you start listing these things. And obviously, like, you can have like a mini like paper next to you, just write down your ideas so you won't forget. And then you just basically like start asking the why out loud, and you start, okay, like, okay, I'm saying this, why do I want to bulk up? Okay, well, yeah, but then why do I want to be stronger? Okay, well, if I had, if strength, like, if being a bodybuilder and bulking up made you weaker, would I still do it? Oh, wait, I would still do it. Well, why would I still do it? Well, because I actually love bodybuilding. Okay. It's not because out of the status or validation or any of that crap, but it's because I genuinely love bodybuilding. And so we discover this new thing, you know? Um, and so I really like this, but you can genuinely even ask these things. I kind of mix these two together. So like my journal is kind of just the place where I write the overview of like what I'm journaling. But journaling happens in your brain. It doesn't happen on the paper, you know? And so I just think that like I kind of want to like to talk about journaling today just because I thought a lot of people would need this. Like, just because I talk a lot about journaling, I'm like every single video journaling. Yeah, journaling is like one of the best habits you can do. And then people are like, okay, but then what the fuck's journaling? So here you are, bro. Anyway,